Hey, so I'm going to show you guys how to propagate some watermelon peperomia. So I've got a couple of leaves that I'm not too pleased with that I'm just going to snip off. So first off, I'm going to start by sanitizing my snips. That way I don't put any bacteria into the plant or transfer anything that I cut prior to this plant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a not so pretty leaf and cut it down here. And I have a long stem. Personally, I'm not a fan of stem propagation. I think that's a lot of energy for the plant to expand, trying to suck up water or soak up water, however you want to say it, and distribute it up here to the leaf. So what I do is I'm going to snip off, I'm going to get this plant over just a little bit, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip off here. No more stem. What I'm going to do now that I have this tiny little thing, I'm going to cut the leaf in half. What I'm going to do is have the leaf root from this point, and the leaf will root likely from one of these or several of these veins that used to soak up the water. So now that they're cut ends, I need to go ahead and either put some rooting hormone or like cinnamon or something to just protect it so that it doesn't become open to like pest or disease. And I'm putting rooting hormone here because I'd personally rather have my rooting hormone. I'm struggling to get it out, so let me just struggle for a second. Okay. So I'm just gonna rub it on that cut in and coat it up good. And I'm also gonna get that stem part. I'm gonna get this side. I doubt it's gonna do anything, but now I'm gonna put it in my soil. I've got a small 2x2 soil container here, and it's got really good drainage at the bottom, and I put sphagnum moss at the bottom of mine just because I don't want dirt seeping through. And then what I also do is I make well-draining soil with perlite, with sand to weigh it down a little bit. With potting soil, I use peat moss, and then I also use a little bit of sphagnum moss right on the top. So I do that because roots, as they're newly forming, they're looking for a little bit of aeration and a little bit of moisture contact, and to have a little bit of both. So I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to pop him in like this. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to shove it in like so. I'm kind of just using the edge of my container because plants actually like to root along the edge. So in about 3 months, I can probably see some roots from this stem portion, and I'll probably be able to perceive a little bit of root action here, but this one's gonna root faster than this one. And if I really wanna get fancy, I could have put sphagnum over here and used like a bigger planter or something, but I'm just not gonna do that. But there you go.